Lovely. That sounds perfectly balanced to me, as they take the tower off of that, so 0-3-2, after a bit of a shaky set of engagements, do pull ahead. You can see that network lead just suddenly spiked. 3k lead, 7-3, 8 minutes in, and that's the Lycan factor. Once you push these towers down, you can really start raking in the network for your team.
True. Of course, a lot of that is actually split between all three cores. I thought it was going to be mostly Natsumi. That is not the case here. He's still just slowly working towards that Necro 3. Farm is just being very evenly distributed between all three cores, which, in all honesty, I think is pretty darn great. Apart from the fact that Natsumi has been called out here in the wolf form. You know, I don't think Natsumi deserves the tip at this point, John. I think I deserve the tip. I should just stop talking about 0-3-2.
Oh, every single time. Every single one you focus on, man, some reason, they just decide to prove you wrong. Natsumi punished in a big way. A really big clump up from Excecration. That is the kill they want, though. Take a little bit of that steam off the Lycan. You start to at least wrangle some control back in the jungle. They've got some lovely wards here to watch their own top area. And start to build up. They've got level 6 Enraging Potato. They do have the swap ready from Carl. I think they're going to need 6 in their Phoenix. He's their main team fighter. To give some space back to that support to really build up here.
Sumi needs to focus up on this Lycan. That Necro book timing, you want it to be a little bit better than what it's currently at.
Oh, Potato.
Main Raging Potato is having a very difficult game on this Pos 3 Sapphire, and again is going to die. Palos was there to help out, but it is only a level 8 Drow at the moment, so the damage output is not there. Still a smoke in. You don't have level 6 on BDZ yet, so they can't hook, but Carl is looking for a swap attempt. They turn here, BDZ, cogs up, but he's in the Nature's Grasp. Arena is going to catch him. They throw the spear out. Meanwhile, Matthew looking for a toss back onto Carl. Will be able to eventually get it, but he does have the swap. Carl does get overgrowth up now. They just focus him down. Nico with the remnants forward, but Carl will swap him away, and now they'll turn back with 4 heroes here from Excecration. Swap back into Nico, but he'll remnant back out the other way. Still, the Sunray is now there from RR, and the Mortimer's Kiss is to come in. Nico trying to juke this out. There's just no way to do it. They blocked the river off. And I didn't realize Fire was able to stay lit on the river, John, but apparently that is the case.
Yeah, it's rather unfortunate. The water wouldn't cool that lava off as they do lose Nico. So a big pickup for Excecration. They're going to be happy with that. Still a lead for 0-3-2 though. 2k advantage, not getting any tower action as well. That's a big one. And
well, that is a very dangerous spot to farm in. They haven't taken the bot tier 1 tower, so that farming spot is contested right now. So 0-3-2 take another very easy kill.
BDZ.
BDZ trying to defend tier 1. Oh,
what?
No! Misses the hook shot onto his creep wave. Sometimes when you're going for that panic hook shot, Johnny, it can be a bit hard to land, and that's unfortunate.
That creates space for 0-3-2 to push in that mid tier 1. And again, looking at the progress on push, you're playing against Treant. All of these tier 1s from 0-3-2 are fully healed. There's just not much from Excecration to keep theirs alive. That tier 1 mid's gone. So control in jungle now harder to maintain. 0-3-2 going to try to use that to wrangle even more control on those farming spots that Excecration are going to be hard pressed to defend now.
You've got that blink coming out soon on Matthew, and that's something to be really concerned about this game. So once the Tiny has that initiation for the team, things get a lot harder. Or Excecration. Look to Palos, his farm hasn't been amazing yet. On that Drow Ranger, still at 4.8k. Working towards that Dragonlance and taking some stacks for himself. Actually get there, I'm sure. Just still going to be worried about this Lycan. I love the fact that he's skipping the boots, by the way, John.
Yeah, it's. I mean, he doesn't need them. He fights when his shapeshift is up. He doesn't need the boots, otherwise he's just farming around the jungle. So the timings 0-3-2 are playing with, they're confident they're sticking to that. And on top of that, they're going to have blinks up soon. Look at the timing on Matthew. He's 200 gold off. Look at the timing on our Mars. Bach is just about 300 off. So the blink on these two initiators are going to be up sooner, and Excecration are going to have to contend with that additional initiation now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Reno is out. They caught Carl. It'll be a huge kill, but no, the swap out still. Overgrowth is going to be there. Natsumi rushing in with the wolf form. Carl drops a GG tree, but it is not going to help with that egg will RR. Buying time. The chase continues. Natsumi, another tree drop, but it will not be enough. They do get the kill. Now Raging Potato trying to fight back, but he's gone too far. He just used his cookie. The Sunray Hill is going to be out, and that should force Natsumi back. And it will. But you lost that mid-bench, you lost your pulse 4 clock, and Nico's still having a look. Gets the chains off on Raging. Raindrops might actually save him there. Looks like they did. Survives on 90 HP. Raindrops, sometimes, John, they win you the game. Sometimes they just save your life.
Yeah, buys him enough time. Look up top though, Matthew's eyeing. He's got a fresh blink up. He wanted to go for Palace, but Palace sensed that danger and backed off. So there's that timing we were talking about. Blink on Tiny. Blink coming out for Bach. What do you do now for Excecration? Your team fight is all around that egg. Once it's gone, 2 blinks up, it's going to be hard to fight against that initiation.
I agree. Gonna try down to the bot lane again, but it's the Dream Protector. He makes it so hard to take down towers, and this is going to buy time for his team to just go back in. They've got Arena in 3. Natsumi doesn't have the ball, but hookshot, great hookshot on to Ninja Boogie, but Matthew jumping straight onto Raging Potato, and there is going to be no follow-up damage. BDZ, he will be left alone in the trees to think about what he's done. Yeah, the tips are coming out. BDZ gonna die to Natsumi. And the chase continues. There go Bach. He gets a 2-man arena off. He's caught Carl. He's caught the Phoenix. There could be a swap out from Carl, but Palos is the only man left there. In fact, he gets jumped on Nico. He wants the main priority target, and that is your Drow Ranger. There's just no hope, I don't believe. In fact, even Carl getting skewered to his own tower. Matthew comes in, a bit of a celebration jump in the air for Carl. Fortunately, he was the one dying, however. Now, TP in from BDZ. No hook shots. Raging. Have the Mortimer's Kisses. They might try to get some form of punishment here. Another hook available. They want Natsumi. Go for the hook with the Mortimer's Kisses to fly out. Natsumi pops the wolf form, ready to run away whenever he can. The spear gonna latch onto the cogs, and Natsumi, he's gonna survive. Oh no. Cookie onto Ninja Boogie, but there's help coming in. Ninja, he will go down, but BDZ may have given his life away for this. Wolf,
oh my god.
Will chase him, but looks like he will survive.
What the just
Best they could do is get that Dream Protector.
It's not the best trade, if you even want to call it that. It's not worthwhile for Excecration. They'll take what they can get, but it's an 8k lead now for 032.
Radiant
and we talked about 5 melee cores against Phoenix. It's not looking like an issue. But that's all. Excecration trying to push that top tier 1, delivering armors and TPs are coming out.
They've got everything up again, John. Apart from that wolf form, but they don't need it. Matthew, avalanche toss. BDZ is already dead. He's gone. Now the arena out. Raging Potato trying to cookie out of the arena, but he's stuck there now. Well, it's just a very, very rough time right now for Excecration, as 032 is well and truly online, and they're going to be able to claim this bottom tier 1 tower.
Just like that. Like, that's the issue when you take these fights up against a lineup with Lycan. They can melt these here as fast as well. Oh no.
Palos, they just smoked right next to him. Pink's flying out. Bok, oh, he blinks too forward. Doesn't get the angle off. 032, they'll have to just accept the fact that this smoke will mean nothing. Or maybe it? Raging? Raging? Speed back?
Oh man.
Sunray, it's not gonna save it.
Creation, the movement's just way too easy to punish from 032. One by one, they're streaming in. It's mainly Raging, so you're kind of cutting your losses, but the progress on our offlane snap is not going well. They've got the mech, no progress into the Guardian Greaves, and that means not as much sustain as you want for your entire team here.
I mean, you can still buy time though, right, for Excecration. If you could just drag out the game, keep defending high ground, and buy more time for Palos, eventually, he might become a powerhouse. Only problem being is everyone else is just farming better right now. I just feels like that's the only play, right? For Excecration, just you have to hold these towers.
Yeah, definitely has to be it. It's just the scaling of the rest of the heroes of Excecration's my issue. Palos has room to grow more, but 032, I mean, you've got an Ember that scales insanely well. The Lycan has ways of more team fights always good. Then you have to consider the fact that maybe enough Ags, Meteor Hammer on your tree. And there's a lot there. I don't think you want to really bank on the late game, but they might just be forced to, because they're certainly not winning this mid game right now.
But they aren't. Carl. It's mid-venge, John. I mean, it's... Never mind that, because Raging Potato, top lane, just could not catch a break. And I'd hate to say it, but this is one of the saddest position 3 snap buys I've seen, John. He's got a mech. That's it.
It's not fantastic. They really need more from Raging, but they can't get it done. Again, the conditions for Excecration to pull their big 5v5 engagement, it's just too tough. They are eyeing Nico, they've got BDZ around, but you know, even Nico is just playing too fast.
It's just, you can't aim for the Ember. We talked about it, right? Clock's the only initiation they have. It's a hookshot Cogs, that's all you've got. You can gust afterwards, which is great and all, but you need all of it to kill off this Ember Spirit. You need all of it to kill off Natsumi. For even Bok. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to think everybody on 032 is going to be way too hard to kill in about 5-10 minutes. Carl?
Dire's top tower is
On spot, no, he's spotted. The pings aren't coming out. Carl gonna go for the magic missile instead of running, and that means Bok can break the gap. He has help around. Sunray's doing nothing, and now the egg to be popped, but it's gonna get bursted down. Picking up from Raging, but is it gonna be on it? They do protect the egg, and now they can take the team fight, but the arena is there. One of the seasons flying out. They are melting on 032, but doesn't matter. Bok, he does die. Now Natsumi and Nico gonna man fight this by themselves. Raging still being chased by the wolves. He does Cookie back onto the Ember, but Nico will be able to take him out anyway. And that was probably the best you could have asked for Excecration, and it still ends up in a 3-for-3. They are still trying for Nico or even Natsumi, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch anyone else.
No, and then you can see it in the situations they got Nico.
Nico is playing with fire here. No, he'll leave him be. You'll be right.
You can see the team fight lines up, right? Like that beautiful Cogs in the egg, the stun from Raging Potato to get that done. Like when it lines up, it is beautiful. The issue is, that is just so difficult to line up. Like the conditions for 032 are still easier to pull off. They just run at you. You know, and so Excecration, they've got to pull that same kind of fight over and over again, but it's not going to be an easy task to do so.
Nico, gonna go after our Phoenix now. Carl is around to help out. He might have to run as the arena is going to be out from Bok. Still, they are going to take the fight. Hookshot in from BDZ with another great Cogs out. He's caught two, but here comes the Avalanche. Here comes Nico with Bok fighting back. They'll get BDZ. Matthew back in there after Palos there. They have to toss up. Natsumi going to go for the wolf form, and Palos, he'll gust. It is maybe not going to save, but Carl gets a swap off back into the Mars. So Palos was thrown to the wolves, and Natsumi now just going to try and finish off Carl. Purges him off. Just does not work out. They need everything. They just can't afford to fight without everything up.
No, they can't. I mean, they had a beautiful Cogs there. It wasn't enough. They trapped their Drow as well. And that was probably not what they were going for. They didn't have the egg. Like, it just, so many things need to click for that to work. It's just so difficult. And you look at these towers. And Ninja Bogey, he's still keeping that bot tier 1 alive, and this is just a treat game. So you're not winning fights, you're not winning objectives. Excecration needs to win somewhere to bounce back here.
Do. Loves to get to that level 12 mark now for RR. Because again, once he has the level 2 egg up, I think it's just going to be way more difficult to be able to take this egg down in a team fight. And that could be the big game changer here for Excecration. They've almost got it. In fact, they do have the level 12 up now, so I doubt they'll go for a big smoke. I think they're just going to go for the simple defense play, add a tier 2 tower with the armor bonuses, but that may be just enough to give Excecration a bit of a head start.
Yeah, that does add on top. Again, RR has been the star of the show. He has to be dead center on point with the egg usage and a lot in that, so they can make it work. I think you worry about this though because 032 are kind of set to build up. They've got the Maelstrom on Nico, so they're kind of ready with right click and they've smoked up.
Well, Matthew Bob going to get the speed back onto Raging Potato, and it's going to be another easy snap-by kill. Because he does have buyback. He may need to commit it. 032. It looks like they are going to commit to a tier 2 tower very, very soon. You've got the AC up and you've almost got a BKB up now on Natsumi. So this tier 2 tower is not going to last long at all.
It's gonna melt. They're keeping pressure down mid as well, so you can see the majority of Excecrations just stuck in their triangle, not able to cut through for the top lane. It can be difficult if they don't commit to defense, and it's way too low now. Natsumi's gonna find out really quick, and there's just no trades. Execration, all they can do is group up, maybe clear a camp or two, but even if they clump up bot, and you saw Palos just kind of playing around this area, the tower is still fairly healthy, and it will stay healthy because it's a tree game.
The flames rush forth.
Look at these trees being dropped by Ninja Boogie. What a very, very good interaction with the tree and protector, having that ironwood tree.
Oh yeah. Beautiful. It's just exactly the thing you'd want.
Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
Ooh, nice scan.
3-2. Very nice scan. Onto BD and RR. No, they've caught out Palos. That's the big one. And Excecration needs to help now. There's kind of sun ray, but there's going to be a spear round from Bok holding down RR. And Natsumi looks to rush down this Phoenix and perhaps force an egg out. Does get the purge off RR. Won't need to use the egg. He'll be alright. That tier 2 tower, however, will not be okay.
No, and they don't commit fully for the push. I think they understand that the team fight potential for Excecration is still up there. They don't have the egg, they don't have the arena, and they don't have shapeshift. They go for the bounties instead, just giving no opportunities to Excecration. It's always the same style we saw from new esports, right? Like, they play it safe, they always go for the map objectives, they always get those bounties on 5-minute mark, and there's just no opening. So it's like they're trying to emulate that control here.
KB now up on Natsumi, so they'll be looking for a team fight very soon. That wolf forms up. Go. So Palos is still having a bit of a struggle here with his own farm at the moment. Working towards that Manta style, but it hasn't been the fastest here. He is very, very limited on space. Be able to farm up freely. See, even with the growth though, on our Drow, giving her that added range in conjunction with the Dragonlance, Palos just still doesn't feel very safe on the map. It's a very hard predicament to be in for a Drow. 032 again, John. Get that BKB. In fact, another one now. They're going to try and rush for a fine range. He's going to be spotted out straight away, and they will just jump him. He tries to gut in Greaves. Matthew looks for an avalanche toss. Over onto BDZ, who did not cancel the TP off. It will be an egg to be committed, but they've already lost 2. Now Carl being chased down. Palos trying to help out. They rush him. They do not care for this Drow Ranger. He is all alone on top of the cliff. Oh, that is a rough position for Palos. Overgrowth's going to be out, catching the Phoenix as well, and it looks like they are just going to get team wiped. RR, the 4th to go, and Carl is going to be the 5th. Bok will take him. He'll just take his sweet, sweet time with him.
Oh man, I love this from 032. They are just dancing over Excecration, and Excecration, they're just not finding the answers. Again, it's so much harder to pull off their draft. Their conditions are much more difficult to meet. And from from that, 0-3-2, they just get a decent push. They get the mid tier 2. They're already shoving in that bot tier 2 as well. All outer towers now for Excecration going to be gone. At 22k deficit, quite frankly, I couldn't tell you what else they could do besides getting the egg with a huge cogs. But that's just never easy. But that's what needs to happen.
Very, very tough predicament. 22k net worth lead now for 0-3-2. Dota Plus is at the 96% mark right now for 0-3-2. Not looking great for Excecration. Still holding on for now. Gonna try and reinvade their jungle. This is very dangerous here from BDZ. He'll get tossed back into an avalanche, and Natsumi, he didn't even pay attention to the clockwork, John. He just let the creeps do the work. Now an arena being dropped, they caught out Palos. Raging? He's been perched up, he's gone nowhere. Just one by one, they're caught him. That's a tier 3 tower. In fact, they're not done. Nico, he wants to die for more now. Catching out Carl on that bench with the spear back from Baka to be the 4th one. It's a full team wipe. And they call it GG.
It's under attack.
Oh boy, what a dominant victory.
0-3-2, they made that lightning grab work. I mean, 5 melees into Phoenix Mike. How often do you see it work out completely well? Excecration back to the drawing board. Gonna have to figure out a way to make this bounce back. Look, I think the biggest issue is you give a player like Carl something like Venge. He can't dance with a Venge. The Venge just swaps around. He needs something he could tango in, jump in with, and style on.